surprising.
Yeah.
I'm finding that very surprising. And yeah.
Sorry, I'm cutting in because I'm back. Thank you, Zainab and Karthik. I want to welcome formally, I know you've already been talking, Madhavan Narayan is with us, veteran journalist and analyst. We're also joined by Sandeep Purohit, senior journalist from Rajasthan. PKD Nambiar, political analyst, is with us. Varun Singh is, of course, already with us. Zainab is with us. And I want to say a very big welcome to Ram Mohan Reddy from the Congress Telangana. Namaskar, all smiles. Baki sab jagah tension chal raha hai. Telangana, one place where Congress is not tense. I can see all smiles. Your first thoughts on that amazing Telangana performance. Although I should warn that at 10 in the morning, just because I'm trained to warn, gap is narrowing. Ramon Reddy, any nervous moments, or you're sure of a win?
No, not at all, Barkha ji, not at all. Any nervous moments, and in fact, the gap is increasing now. As per our party sources in our handles, it is like around 69 now. So it is increasing. So Congress victory is quite comfortable now. There is no tension at all. This is what, but we are anticipating to touch 72 to 80 figure at least. So I believe it will happen.
Can I ask you why D.K. Shivakumar reached Telangana and was worried about poaching, and Renuka Chaudhary was talking about poaching? If you all are so confident of your win, why are you so worried about poaching, Ram?
No, it is not about poaching, but it is about administering, because they recently had experience there post-election. So it's wanted to take their help. But let's see in another way. It's on a positive note. They're here to help us.
Okay, Ram, tell me one thing. What is the factor? What is the one factor, if you do take the state, and it now looks like you will take the state, what is the single largest factor to which you attribute your win, if that win were to come, which now looks increasingly likely in Telangana?
Ma'am, your voice is breaking. I'm really sorry. The signal is breaking.
Okay, okay, Ram, are you able to hear me? Ram, can you hear me?
It is comfortable. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
I was just saying, what's the one big factor that you think swung Telangana in the Congress favor? Which, yeah, I'm not sure if it's my signal or yours, but if you can hear me, go ahead.
Sorry.
Can't hear you, Ram. Let's reconnect with Ram. Let me welcome the other guest in. Here is what it looks like. It's 9 minutes past 10 on this Sunday morning, the Super Sunday, our own version of the Super Bowl. Here, as we look at the results come in, and it has been a very interesting Sunday. Look at Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh is 49 seats in the lead for the BJP. Hi, Ram, you're back with us to 39 for the... Can we just mute Ram till I'm done with the numbers? And I need to look at the slides, please. Can I have the slides? There it is. All right. Chhattisgarh, they got updated as I was speaking. The Congress just overtook. This is the fun of elections. The Congress just overtook the BJP in the last few minutes in Chhattisgarh. It's 46 to 42. So while it was looking like the BJP was in the lead for a while, that changed in the last few minutes. Now let's move on to the next state. Telangana, of course, is where the Congress is performing very handsomely. But I'm waiting for the slides. If they could just change a bit quicker, it would be really good. In the meantime, okay, I don't think we're getting any fresh numbers. So PKD Nambiar, let me bring in you for an overall perspective on what we're seeing so far. Madhya Pradesh, the BJP is very distinctly in the lead. In Rajasthan now, the gap has really increased between the BJP and the Congress as well. Even the others may not matter if the gap remains this big. If we can go to Chhattisgarh now, where for a long time the BJP was in the lead, but now that has reversed, that it's a neck and neck fight. So Telangana is really the one place where there's a very distinct gap in favor of the Congress. And in Madhya Pradesh, there's a very distinct gap in favor of the BJP. Your overall take, PKD, on the politics?
Madhya Pradesh, Barkha, good morning. And Madhya Pradesh is really a surprising. After 20 years, a government, rather than having any anti-incumbency, it's a pro-incumbency, and defeating almost everybody in all the pollsters, all the opinion makers, all those people who have been talking about an obituary for, you remember that we had a show on the age of Kamalnath and as well as Shivraj Singh Chauhan. So I think it's going to be a case study for the times to come for all those people like us to read through. The elections are not done on the television panels, but on the ground with the people, and the governance needs to be experienced by every electorate. And I think the some of these schemes which of like the government has launched has really benefited the people. That is the result which we are seeing. Rajasthan, I am not at all surprised, and I think it has always been, this is a kind of trend. And one thing I can tell you, there is no Ashok Gehlot, oh, is tarah mahan neta hai. There is Vasundhara is the ultimate in BJP. There is nothing like that. If that was the case, none of these leaders could ever get back into the power. So the party is more important than these leaders. Of course, every party will require to have some kind of a leaders. Bhupesh Baghel, of course, we were somehow from the last, there was a trend which was going on from the last 1 year. Oh, Bhupesh Baghel, so it's absolutely a standing sarkar and he will get it. But I think he might, if it is a close fight, remember that we had that if it is a close fight, BJP will form the government even in Chhattisgarh. If it is a 5, 6 or 7, because already KC Singhio is already there on the edge. Same is in the case of
yes.
But congratulations to Congress, an amazing victory for if the trend is continuing for in TRS. In Telangana, and this will also give another narration, Barkha, that family-driven parties are not the ultimate, and maybe the time for those people to pack up. It's not only there; it's also in the case of many other states, even the neighboring states like.
Can we go, PKD, can we go state by state? Since we have Sandeep here, he's an expert from Rajasthan. Sandeep ji, namaskar. राजस्थान की बात शुरू करते हैं. राजस्थान में कुछ हद तक लग रहा था कि अदर्स एक फैक्टर प्ले कर सकते हैं, लेकिन अभी के आंकड़ों के मुताबिक 130 में बीजेपी आगे है. 100 in the leads available, the BJP is leading in 130, the Congress in 61 and the others only 8. अगर ये गैप बना रहा तो एक तो बीजेपी की सरकार तय है, दूसरा शायद वसुंधरा राजे को मुख्यमंत्री बनाने की जरूरत ना पड़े. ये आंकड़े बदल सकते हैं. वी आर नॉट कॉलिंग द इलेक्शन क्योंकि मिनट बाय मिनट सब कुछ बदल रहा है, लेकिन इन आंकड़ों देखते हुए संदीप जी आप क्या बोलेंगे? मैं संदीप जी को सुन नहीं पा रही हूँ. संदीप जी मैं आपको सुन नहीं पा रही हूँ. आप मेरी आवाज सुन रहे हैं? मैं आपको सुन, ठीक है, मैं आपको सुन नहीं पा रही हूँ, लेकिन मैं माधवन को अब माधवन, lean forward, lean in, as Sheryl Sandberg would say, lean into the results and tell us what you see.
Yeah, well, the good news, Barkha, is that I'm leaning only forward and not left or right. That's a message that's a good thing for journalists, I suspect.
Yes, quickly because our friend from Telangana is here for only a few minutes. So give a brief comment, and I want to go to Ram then. Quick comment, Madhavan.
A quick comment. The biggest disaster this year has been Kamalnath, whose failure to convert an anti-incumbency move is evident as hell. And also, I completely agree with Nambiar. And I eat crow because day before I tweeted 5 points takeaways after the exit poll. In one, I've got egg on the face. On the others, I'm looking good. Egg on the face, mea culpa is I said that Ashok Gehlot is a consummate leader. It turns out that it's a lot of fluff from if the current data is any indication, because the margin is too wide. I'm absolutely bang on the other aspects, with one of which said that BJP's organization and organizational capacity is incredible, something to that effect. And I also said economics matters most, and Nambiar also agreed just now with me. The simple point is that although in Madhya Pradesh, the Sanatana Dharma controversy might have helped the BJP in a late swing, most of the talking was done by economic programs and governance.
Madhavan, I'm interrupting you only because Ram is there with us for a few minutes only. He's a much wanted man now with a win in Telangana. But two good quotes of yours, and I want to examine them. Biggest disaster is Kamalnath. Brand Gehlot is all fluff. We'll come back to those thoughts. But Ram, if you can hear me now, I was asking you, what do you attribute? What is the one biggest factor that you attribute the Congress performance to in Telangana? What's the one biggest factor? Can we go to the Telangana numbers, please? Yeah. Ram?
Fighting spirit.
Fighting spirit. That's an
See,
interesting answer.
people of Telangana always vote for the leaders who fight for their welfare. See, this has been the trend. It has been the trend always. Even for the BRS, now it is for the Congress also. Because
Ram, are you concerned at all that? Yeah, are you concerned at all that the BRS and the BJP could join hands along with the others? Because Renuka Chaudhary, your party leader, has said that BRS leaders are in touch with us. She's saying the ulta. So is there going to be what in Hindi politics is called tod phod? Or not needed?
See, just before elections, we have seen several leaders from BJP who joined into Congress saying that they, when BJP and BRS exposed that both are working together, so they couldn't able to digest that, and they came out of BJP and joined Congress party. There may be few more leaders in BJP who are fighting elections on ground, and if they are victorious, then definitely there may be few people who may join into Congress also. But it is not. They are not ideologically inclined towards BJP or a BRS alliance. They may not digest it, right? But BJP and BRS, yes, 100% hand in glove, worked on ground, and they went for elections.
So, Ram, is Revanth Reddy going to be the chief minister if these numbers hold? If these numbers hold, we are still not officially calling the election. Ram?
As an official spokesperson, I should go mute now. Because see, there is a procedure. There is a procedure.
Yeah.
There is a procedure in Congress party. There will be a CLP meeting, and there will be deliberations, and resolutions will be passed and forwarded to the High Command. Again, there in CWC, the candidate will be finalized.
Okay, Ram, stay with us.
It is very transparent.
Yeah. Stay with us as long as you can. We are also going to be talking to the BJP. Varun, I know you have to go. A quick last comment. Varun? Yeah.
Happy to see Ram smiling, at least in Telangana, and other places I'm dead sure. Again, as you know, before you weren't there, I was just saying what helped in Madhya Pradesh are the Panna Pramukhs who took voter of BJP to the polling booth. Same to an extent in Rajasthan. And if Chhattisgarh BJP wins, they have to give credit to no one else apart from Om Mathur, who managed to do a lot of things. And that's it. Thank you.
Okay, Varun, thank you. I just want to welcome to our program now Madhuram Chaudhary. Madhuram Chaudhary राजस्थान के बीजेपी के नेता हैं. माधुराव जी नमस्कार, आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है? माधुराम जी शायद आवाज नहीं आ रही. संदीप जी, आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है? संदीप जी, अगर आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है तो ठीक है. तो राजस्थान की तरफ थोड़ा हम अपना ध्यान देते हैं. ये जो आंकड़े हैं, पहले लग रहा था कि अदर्स का सिग्निफिकेंस रहेगा. अगर ये गैप रहा तो अदर्स की कोई सिग्निफिकेंस नहीं रहेगी. इन आंकड़ों को देख के आप क्या कहेंगे राजस्थान के नतीजे के बारे में, संदीप जी?
देखिए, राजस्थान में इतना गैप नहीं है. बीजेपी 107 सीट्स पे आगे है. 78-79 पर कांग्रेस चल रही है.
अच्छा, हमारे आंकड़े थोड़े अलग हैं. कार्तिक, इसमें कोई अपडेट है अभी?
जी
नहीं,
यही सबसे लेटेस्ट आंकड़ा है.
अच्छा संदीप जी, हमारे आंकड़े थोड़े अलग है, पर आप बोलिए किसकी सरकार बनने वाली है अकॉर्डिंग टू
जी. एक बात बरखा मैं कहना चाहूंगा कि जिस सनातन कार्ड पे राजस्थान में चुनाव लड़ा गया था, वो राजस्थान में इतना सक्सेसफुल नहीं हुआ है. अशोक गहलोत की गारंटी कार्डों ने काम किया है, उसमें वो डिले हो गए, बहुत देर हो गई, ये एक अलग मुद्दा है. लेकिन जिस तरीके का मैंडेट बनाने की कोशिश की गई थी बीजेपी द्वारा, उससे वो पूरी तरह कामयाब होते नहीं है. कांग्रेस अगर आज इस स्थिति में है तो वो उनके अपने अंदरूनी झगड़े और कांग्रेस की जो लीडरशिप है उसके देर से लिए गए निर्णय हैं. पर कुल मिला के फिर भी मैं कहूंगा कि जिस तरीके से लग रहा था कि मध्य प्रदेश में कांग्रेस की स्थिति बहुत बेटर है, छत्तीसगढ़ में बहुत बेटर है, राजस्थान बहुत कमजोर है, वैसा प्रदर्शन राजस्थान कांग्रेस का नहीं रहा है. इन दोनों स्टेटों से कहीं भी राजस्थान कांग्रेस का प्रदर्शन कमजोर नहीं रहा है, बल्कि बेटर ही रहा है. बीजेपी के लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन राजेंद्र राठौड़ इस वक्त थोड़े पिछड़ रहे हैं. सीपी जोशी स्पीकर पिछड़ रहे हैं.
संदीप जी, आपको लगता है बीजेपी को वसुंधरा राजे को अगर मुख्यमंत्री कैंडिडेट बनाते तो कोई इन आंकड़ों में कोई फर्क पड़ता?
जी, निश्चित तौर पर
राजस्थान में दिखाए
तो बीजेपी को थोड़ा और लाभ मिलता, मार्जिन बढ़ता ही है. लेकिन वो नहीं बनाने से थोड़ा सा बीजेपी को नुकसान हुआ है.
Okay, I want to come to Madhavan, PKD and Ram. Karthik, do you have a brief update on the numbers for us? Karthik?
Barkha, sorry, could you repeat that? I was
just the latest position.
So basically, Barkha, let me resolve this confusion. There are two sources from which information is being picked up. The source that we are picking up the information from is giving numbers as per what we are showing, which are the latest numbers as per us.
Yes.
Where Rajasthan, BJP is 130, Congress 61. MP, BJP 157 or 160 now to Congress 67. Chhattisgarh, Congress 46 to BJP 43. Telangana, Congress 68 to BRS 46. But let's just clarify for everybody's convenience. There's another source equally credible, which is showing Rajasthan much closer, 108 to BJP, Congress 76 still. It's a pretty big gap, but it's closer. Madhya Pradesh, again, the gap pretty big, much closer. BJP 138, Congress 88. Chhattisgarh, Congress pulling ahead to 52 to BJP's 38. And then Telangana, Congress virtually sweeping the entire state with 70 seats to BRS's 37. Those are the two sources. The two common threads are Chhattisgarh, Telangana, Congress moving ahead. Rajasthan, BJP doing well. But the gap is the question. And I can understand why the Congress leader might think that the gap is relevant, because if the gap, as in Rajasthan, currently is Congress 75, BJP 109, as per the secondary source, which we are not following, then if the BJP somehow drops to below 100 and the Congress is in the late 80s, then that others category comes into the picture. But I think for all practical purposes, I'm not calling it yet because I know you're going to ask that question next. Madhya Pradesh seems to be going to the BJP way because this gap is huge now. Whichever source you look at, 50, 60, 90, in fact, as per the main source that we're picking up. And to bridge that gap, I think even though it's 10:30 a.m., I really think something special has to happen. So that's the clarification I wanted to give to our viewers.
So at the moment, we are sticking to our own numbers and we are sticking to our own agency. We'll also check the Election Commission. Telangana is so far a clear-cut case. I see Salman Soz of the Congress join us, but let me get his colleague Ram Mohan Reddy from Telangana as a state leader to come in with his thoughts. You said you better go mute when I asked you if Revanth Reddy is going to be Chief Minister. What do you think worked for the Congress in Telangana, Ram? Was it the narrative that the BJP and the BRS are together? Was that the big factor? Was it the fact that the BRS did not change?
That is one of the factors. That is one of the factors. There is so much of anti-incumbency. There are factors which need to be highlighted, like unemployment, inflation, and corruption. These three are the biggest factors which contributed to Congress victory and BRS defeat. And one more thing, Congress party was on ground right from day one. And BJP was just acting, just like Modi ji, who just comes into Hyderabad and do bhashans and always talks about taking action against BRS corrupt government. But till date, there is not even a single case or single action been taken from BJP. So BJP lost its credibility because in initial stages, BJP was gaining. But we curtailed it on the grounds that both BRS and BJP are working together. The formula, in fact, worked really good for Congress, which in fact is true.
Okay, Ram.
And now the numbers in Telangana crossed the 72. Barkha, our sources.
Okay, your sources. We'll try and keep pace with your sources. Ram, before you go, is this Revanth Reddy's win or Rahul Gandhi's win?
It's Congress party's win.
Very politically correct.
Collective effort.
That's a sign of a true politician. He knows when to go mute and he knows when to give a diplomatic answer. So congratulations on that.
Okay,
Thank
Ram.
you so much. Thank you, Barkha.
I think what I meant was, is this an election that has been fought on local factors or has it been fought on national factors?
No, it's on local factors. 100% it's on local factors.
One of the lines that Revanth Reddy said in that interview to me was, he said the election is local, the politics is national, which I thought was an interesting
Yes, 100%. Whenever there is some setbacks or drawbacks of Congress party, then definitely it will be highlighted by the good media. Then that will become national. So, but confining to the state subject, so Congress party fought on not national issues, but local issues. Yes, 100% it is the contribution of local aspects only.
Okay, Ram, we're going to let you go.
Thank you so much.
You need to mute yourself. Ram, thank you. And thank you for joining us. Salman So, senior leader of the Congress, is with us. PKD Nambiar is with us. Madhavan is with us. Dr. Sandeep Purohit is with us. Before I get Salman to come in, Karthik, do you want to give us? All right. The Congress Party has called an the Congress Party has called an India Alliance meeting on Wednesday, but we need clarity on what's. Yeah, that's fine, but we need clarity on what's happening in the states. Telangana leaning Congress, it's kind of safe to say. Karthik, you want to take us through the other three states?
Yeah, Chhattisgarh, as per one source, dead heat. As per the other source, Congress pulling ahead beyond 50, really comfortable. Rajasthan, one source 120 to 66, the other one saying 112 to 71. So BJP leading. The question is that of margin. Madhya Pradesh, I think Barkha is the, if I may say so, is I think the bigger embarrassment for the Congress. It now seems that the Congress is going to not cross the 100 mark. That's what it seems like. And these leads have been holding now for some time. And if that really happens, I think the Congress will have to do very deep introspection, because then this is the state where they would have hoped to pick up 5 to 7 Lok Sabha seats. But if they lose to Shivraj Singh Chauhan now, what does that mean to those prospects? So I think that would be the biggest worrying point for the Congress. I think the fight in Rajasthan was a commendable one. It now, if they cross the 70, 75 mark in Rajasthan, they will have lost with pride, I would say. If they pull ahead in Chhattisgarh and Telangana, those are 2 victories. But Madhya Pradesh, I think, will be the biggest sore point for the Congress today.
Okay, I want to bring in Salman. So, Salman, mixed bag, mixed morning so far. Still awaiting clarity. And again, before we argue over the numbers, I think Karthik just explained here that there are 2 different sources that are giving numbers at a different pace. So we're just going by ours. So let's assume for the moment that Telangana is yours. Chhattisgarh, you managed to take the state. I'm going to assume that for a moment, even though our numbers are still showing a dead heat, but I'm going to assume that going by the sources. Madhya Pradesh, you lose, which is what it looks like right now. And it looks like you will lose Rajasthan if this gap holds in the Rajasthan numbers, even though the others group still has a significant number. If this were the case, and Chhattisgarh is going up and down, I just have to qualify that it's going up and down, but I'm going to assume for the moment that you managed to take Chhattisgarh, maybe, and you managed to take, you are of course winning Telangana. That seems quite evident. But you lose Madhya Pradesh and you lose Rajasthan. Politically, Madhavan Narayan, minutes before you joined, he said something quite harsh. He said, Kamalnath has been the biggest political disaster of this election story. Is that too harsh, or would you have to concede that?
Well, if the Madhya Pradesh results are in line with what we are seeing, then of course it is going to be a huge disappointment for us. And by the way, this would be a surprise for most people who've been following elections. We've been following your coverage as well. Everybody thought that in Madhya Pradesh, the Congress had a very good opportunity to unseat the BJP. But it seems that the voters have a different view, and we have to figure out what it will take for us to really make a dent in Madhya Pradesh, which is sustainable. So we did that in 2018. I think we can do it again. But we need to really kind of think about how we can actually attack the BJP there. But you know, when I look at the elections as a whole, my sense is that if we do win Telangana, and if we do win Chhattisgarh, and we do run up some good numbers in Rajasthan, I think overall the lesson that I would draw is that there is where we have put in a lot of effort. We fought. In fact, I think we put in a lot of effort everywhere. But I think the strategy has worked in some states spectacularly. In Madhya Pradesh, clearly not. And we have to understand what the differences are, because every state is different. These state elections are very different. But overall, I would not be, if I was a Congress worker, I would take a lot of heart from this, because I think we have a plausible way to compete in the Lok Sabha elections, of course, as part of the India Alliance. And I think we may have some silver linings in this that, quite frankly, in many past days like this, we haven't had. And I think this time we have some silver linings, and we have to learn from that. And wherever we have disappointments, we have to learn equally from there and figure out how we can kind of narrow the difference with the BJP in those states.
So we are awaiting clarity in Chhattisgarh, but the trends seem quite clear, even though I'm not, I've learned the hard way not to call elections till at least noon. But my question to you, Salman, is the old question. Are we seeing a political framework where Hindi heartland sort of politics in the political space is just owned by the BJP? I can see Dilip Cherian joining us. Good morning, Dilip. And the South is a kind of completely different politics. It looks to me, although Karnataka has been an outlier where the BJP did very well in the Karnataka Lok Sabha elections the last time. But it looks to me that if Telangana is in your kitty, Karnataka is now in your kitty, there are other states by non-BJP leaders. Are we looking at a kind of division in how the North and the South practice politics? And are we looking at the heartland still being owned very much by the BJP's politics? Salman Soos.
It may seem like that when you look at the averages, when you look at it from a distance, but I think there's a lot hidden behind the averages. I mean, if you think about Haryana, for example, that's a Hindi heartland state. I expect us to win in Haryana. I'm confident we're going to win in Haryana, not just in the assembly, but also in the Lok Sabha, because the dynamics of that state are different. I think if what you've seen in Rajasthan so far, if we put up a stiff resistance, we have, I think, if you think about Rajasthan, the previous time we lost, I think we lost very badly. This time there's been a fight. And I think that fight I'm seeing more and more in my colleagues. I've been now with the Congress for since 2012. And I see the Congress workers and leaders fighting very, very hard on the ground. And I think there is determination that we will not let BJP have easy victories. Now, I take it, that in Madhya Pradesh, something's gone horribly wrong. But otherwise, I think we're fighting. And that opening up Telangana for us, coming from all the way back to defeating a party, if these trends hold, defeating a party that had 88 seats, I think. That's a huge change. And that does something in the South, which creates kind of a beachhead, I think, to my mind, is a beachhead that could see progress beyond the South into the plains in India. So I think the Lok Sabha election is a whole different ballgame, but I would not say that the BJP is going to dominate the same way it has in the past. That is my view.
Okay, let's open this up now. Dilip Cherian is with us, but I just want to bring in PKD Nambiar. I know, Madhavan, I'm coming to everybody one by one. PKD, I'm going to say that we don't have clarity on Chhattisgarh. And I'm going to say it looks to me that Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh are going to the BJP. Telangana is a sweep for the Congress. This is how it looks like right now, with all the caveats that these are not fully finished results. We're not officially calling this. Politically, you're from the south of India, PKD. Telangana celebration shots, that's the Congress distributing the proverbial laddus that are a must for every counting day. How do you think this is going to shape politics in the run-up to 2024, Mr. Nambiar?
If BJP is able to retain Madhya Pradesh, and 2 days back I have tweeted that if BJP is able to retain Madhya Pradesh and handsomely win in Rajasthan and have a tucker fight in Chhattisgarh, then it is going to be the BJP way. It is going to complement the 2024 election. But I also said that the BRS winning, Congress winning the Telangana election may have a political divide between South and the North. The South predominantly going by the Congress way, because we know that in the next election, Congress might win in Kerala, and Congress is in power, if not directly, indirectly in Tamil Nadu, because their allies ruling, and except the Andhra. So all the other places, Congress has got something or the other to do with the power, or either ruling or allied. So the question is that, will it have a big impact on socio-political situation across because we also know that in the next 2-3 years, there is a delimitation is going to happen. There is already a worry in the south of India that yes, we will lose a lot of seats as compared to the north because of good education, good healthcare, and etc. I think BJP needs to really work hard in the southern states, needs to give a lot of importance, which I don't see right now happening because of the reason that we are now going to be in another poll. the major poll of in another next 2-3 months or immediately after that. But then one thing is very clear, that good governance, if it is reaching to the people and they are able to feel the governance, people don't want it to change the government. And also, people don't want it to see the drama, political drama day in, day out. What happened in the case of Rajasthan, there is an infighting, even the real Chiranjeevi scheme and etc. is not reaching to the people.
Can I ask you briefly? Do you think the BJP has, the BJP will now, if the BJP wins Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, they're not going to accept our Gyangiri on, why did they sideline Shivraj, why did they sideline Vasundhara? But do you think in Telangana, for example, they should not have replaced a Bandi Sanjay? Every state has its own dynamics, and the BJP probably needs to understand that it's not one size fit all. It's not the Modi factor in every state. However, if the BJP takes Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, as now looks the case, they're going to say, you pundits, you keep quiet. We know what we're doing.
Absolutely. And it's true that way. The Madhya Pradesh election result, if it is going by the way what we are showing, then it is a lot of unlearning for the people like you and me needs to be done, because this is not something which anybody have expected, including some of the BJP people with whomsoever I am in touch. Nobody expected such kind of a victory for BJP in Madhya Pradesh. And this is BJP in Madhya Pradesh is now going by the Gujarat model, Gujarat way. So in a way, it is the next Gujarat for BJP. Madhya Pradesh is the next Gujarat for BJP. So I think we need to give a lot of credit to the existing leader, but then a cadre party needs to take a decision that who should lead. It cannot be that yes, one person is in CM, he is CM forever. There may be a better person can come in. And believe me, in the case of, as I was telling you earlier, that we were talking about Rajasthan, Vasundhara Raje or Ashok Gehlot, as the way we portray that they are the master blaster politicians of the state, they may have some impact, but they have never been able to come back into the power. That means there is nothing called as so much of an impact on them on the ground. It's basically the people decide the parties who they wanted to be ruled by the next 5 years.
Okay, PKD, stay as long as you can, though I'm told you have to go. Salman Soos is with us, Sandeep Purohit is with us, Madhavan Narayan is with us. I want to come to Dilip Karthik. I know you're furiously looking at the numbers. Can you quickly give us a broad update? And again, we should caveat, because a lot of politicians are